Introduction to this prayer app. What is prayer? This is Michelle Blood, and I would love for you to listen to every word that will go into your beautiful, beautiful heart. Because prayer is powerful when we can truly understand what it is. So what is prayer? Do you presently pray? When you pray, who do you think you're praying to? Seriously, when you pray, where is your consciousness? Do you think you're praying to a God that's separate to you? Well, you don't. You really don't. Because duality isn't the way to pray. There's no duality. You're not begging someone or something. Your diamond, your higher self, your soul, is one with omnipotent power. It is the Divine Mother Creator, eternity. Whatever you choose to call this amazing eternal light that animates our very being, it created you, for goodness sake, and you're a miracle. It is omnipresent. This means your consciousness is actually omnipresent, and one day you will experience that if you haven't already. And it's incredible to experience omnipresence. And it's also omniscient. That means everything that's ever been known, will be known or can be known, all wisdom, all that ever was, is, in all dimensions, is known by the divine, is created by the divine, and you are one with that divine, that beautiful divine presence. The divine is animating your very being. You couldn't breathe without the divine. You don't wake up every 5 minutes when you're sleeping. Oh, I'm breathing. Am I breathing? Maybe some of you do. But anyway, it's a beautiful thing that we don't have to worry about. Is my heart beating? Do I have to check it every 5 seconds? We trust that we breathe. We trust that our heart is working. Even though you may not yet be able to go eternally into your body, but eventually you can through meditation. Some of you may have already. You can simply feel safe that the body has been made perfectly, as long as you look after it, as long as we exercise, eat well, be so grateful for our food, that's blessing our food, and doing all that beautiful divine gratitude. I know, you say, you're talking about prayer, Michelle. What's food and water got to do with it? It has everything to do with it. It raises your consciousness, and especially water. Drink lots of water. Then you will stay young forever. Well, you'll feel like you stay young forever. I sure do. And it's just a magical way to live because you're happy. It's not even the word happy. It is a combination of peace and joy. The only way I can describe this humming through my heart, through my entire body that's there 24/7, as I said, it is joy and peace and stillness. And it's amusing. Life is amusing. You can always find irreverent things to laugh about and be happy and not take yourself so seriously. That's one of the reasons why I love Monty Python. Who doesn't? The Silly Walk, anyone? Remember lockdown, everyone was doing the Silly Walk? Life of Brian? It just cracks me up. I sometimes think of Swami Muktananda. If you've read his book, Play of Consciousness, when his master gives him his thongs, his sandals, and he won't wear them on his feet. He just puts them on his head in great reverence. Just like the life of Brian. I'm not the Messiah. Yes, you are the Messiah. Okay, I'm the Messiah. I'm not the Messiah. He can't believe he's getting his master's footwear. For some reason that happened in the life of Brian. I'm not spoiling it. You can't spoil it. You can't watch it enough, actually. It's very, very funny. It's good to be irreverent. And someone said that you put the sandals on your head, and so everyone you know, who were Christians or who were after Brian thought Brian was the Messiah because they'd all be walking around with their sandals on top of their head. So then I think of Swami Muktananda. Anyway, it's a great movie. Those guys were brilliant. Some of them are still with us, but they're absolutely brilliant. What does this all have to do with prayer? I'm getting to that. Be patient. It's worth it. It's important to be irreverent and not take life so seriously. The great Oscar Wilde said, "Life is too serious to be taken seriously." And what I'm going to say to you is, it doesn't matter what your religion is. There's this big castle, and in the middle of the castle is the diamond, is the Godhead, the Divine Mother, whatever you choose to call it. And there are all these hundreds of doors, but every single door still leads to the diamond. So no matter what your religious belief is, and I have studied just about every religion in the world, and I always have looked after what I believe is a true enlightened being, because I was blessed enough to have Kundalini, that's her name, a beautiful enlightened teacher, teach me for 14 years, and I eventually awakened. So one of the things, the people that know me, or that are my students, know that I love to pray for you. But I also, during this app, I would love for you to learn how to pray as well. So this app isn't just to hear me pray for you, which I love to do. It's also to teach you how to pray and to not take everything so seriously. So when we pray, we're not praying to some outside force. Even if you think it is the divine that created every cell of our being. Like the Bible says, God knows every hair on your head, and it's true. When I'm transmitting light to someone, being used as a vehicle for the light, even if I don't have their photograph, it doesn't matter. Where they are in the world, it's omnipresent. Consciousness is omnipresent. And because everything is consciousness, therefore you can see how you are omnipresent. Because you think of someone and pray for that person, they can be on the other side of the world and they will feel it, even if it's at an unconscious level, when you pray correctly, when you're really in tuned with the divine vibration. Maybe they won't feel it, but something good's going to happen to them and for them. Or something that could have been bad won't happen to them, which happens a lot in my experience with people I pray for. So when your beautiful soul, your diamond is clear of all that muck, that means when you're praying, you are praying through this omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient creator, eternity. And that can do anything. Everything is possible. So on this app, we've also created a video to show you how a light transmission in prayer works, showing you, an example of your diamond, as if you had a real diamond, and how it gets clogged up through past experiences. So I do highly recommend you watch that video. It will give you more clarity how this works. So when your diamond is clear, that means when you're praying, you are praying through this omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient creator, eternity, which I love to call the Divine Mother, the Divine Shakti, the Divine Kundalini. And as I said, it can create miracles. I love Mother Mirror because what she says is 100% true. The Divine wants you to have everything in life that will bring you happiness and peace. And it is true. Eternity can do everything. But you're not doing it per se. I don't want you to get into duality either. But you're not doing it per se. Your higher self, your divine, is doing it through your stillness, through your consciousness, through your intention. When you're clear, you are a beautiful conduit of the light to work miracles in your life. And people have said, "Oh, Michelle healed me." No, it's not Michelle per se. My enlightenment that goes through me, my clarity, my diamond, and my intention of prayer healed you, for you. I am used by the divine as a clear vessel for you. But you can do this too. You can pray successfully. Whatever particular thing happens, some people will just say, you know what? I don't know if I believe this prayer stuff, but since I've been listening to the prayer app, I don't know. Life really is much better. I feel more peaceful, and I just feel everything is getting better in my life. My finances, I feel healthier. I feel like bouncing out of bed in the morning. And I say, that is not an accident. That is prayer. That is intention. That is you allowing yourself to listen to these prayers on this prayer app and let it work through you. There's so much love here. It's not work, really. It's love. It's such a beautiful thing that we are going to be able to pray for people that we love, or a country, or anything. And that's why I would love for you to really listen and learn what prayer really is. Prayer is not begging. It's not, look, God, really, if you do this, I promise I will stop eating pizza. I don't know what people do when they say stuff like that. But the paradox here is someone is sincerely praying for help. Maybe someone they love is in the hospital. When someone is sincere when they pray for help, I can feel it. Your higher self feels it. It's like the angels and the enlightened ones. We all feel it. And so we immediately send light to that individual for what they're praying for. Because when it's sincere prayer, and it's not egotistical prayer or selfish prayer, the divine will always answer your prayer and be there for you. But not if you're begging. You have a great power within you. You call upon that power to do something good in your life or someone else's. I always love to pray for people, especially who are sincerely asking for help, even if they're begging sometimes, because it's love for somebody else. Even if it's desperation or they just don't know what else to do and they say, God, help me. It's sincere, they feel it. That's good prayer. It's just that when you're trying, using that word trying, to do a trade-off with God, that's not prayer. It's not even begging. You don't have to beg God. In fact, your higher self has gone before you and prepared the way. What is it that you want? What is it that will give you a beautiful life? If you say to yourself, thank you, Divine, for my beautiful life. What does a beautiful life look like to you? Perhaps you could pause this and right now, write down, thank you, Divine, for my beautiful life. And even if what you consider a beautiful life, all the things that you feel would give you a beautiful life, and you don't have them yet, write them down as if you already have them. Thank you, Divine, for my beautiful life. And then you could write, for example, thank you for my amazing health and vitality. Thank you for the beautiful home I own. Thank you for my harmonious friends. Thank you for a profitable, successful business, etc., etc. Thank you for my beautiful life. Give thanks for everything. Thank you for that. It's a command to this divine energy when you give thanks. You can't be nasty to the light. There's no good or bad in the light. There's just love. It's not personal. The soul, your higher self, is there for you. It is there as a servant of the divine to bring you health and happiness and money and abundance and success. It is there for you on call 24/7. It is part of you. You are one with it. It is the divine wisdom. Even though you may not realize that it is you, it is you. When we do our prayers and intentions and affirmations, and you say you already have it, I have this thing and I am so grateful. Because the subconscious mind only knows now. Because there is only one moment, a continuous moment. There is no time. You are in fact living in timelessness. In fact, time is an illusion that was created because it was just easier at the time. Speaking of time, it's like money. It was created so that you don't have to carry a huge sheep over your shoulder. Can I have some flour for this sheep, please? I'll do a swap for you. And it is a privilege to pray. But always remember to pray for others as well as yourself. Receive and give, remember. Be open and receptive to receive and to give. That's why I always recommend my affirmation music or going through the Manifestation video book app or any of our products. It's all affirmations and prayers, and it's wonderfully simple. Kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Keep it simple and spiritual. When someone is attempting to make it very, very confusing, to teach you in a way that says, I'm high and mighty and you're not. And I don't know if you're going to understand this, but maybe I'll initiate you if you're lucky. If you pay me $100,000, it's simple. God's rules, the divine omnipresent. It's only through me. But I am telling you, if a teacher is speaking like that, they are not a true teacher. Because we are all equal. We're all part of the golden, beautiful tapestry of the divine. And that's why I highly encourage you to learn about prayer and listen to this over and over again. There's not a mind like a person there. It's this power. And we direct the power of the divine where we want it to go. We direct it, just like we direct a car when we're driving it. You can feel it when you're directing this divine light, this power, in a loving way. It's not wimpy. Please, please. What's that person saying? Angel Gabriel says to Michael. I don't know what they're saying. Please, please, give me a cup of tea. What's that? They can make their own cup of tea. We don't have to beg. I'm just reiterating. Another thing is energy transference is not good prayer. Energy transference, hands-on healing, Reiki. I went through all 4 stages of Reiki. I've studied everything, science of mind, you name it, until I finally met an enlightened teacher and worked for her, went off the grid for 14 years. I went through everything you can imagine, not because I was so curious, because I was soul sick and I needed to find God within me. What is it? How can I find it? Not to be empowered by it, but just to know it, to experience it. Little did I know what enlightenment really was. When you have that, your whole life, your purpose is immediately awakened. But with Reiki, the true study of Reiki is like the ancient Buddhists, their way of studying. No need to put hands on you. If someone is doing Reiki, and even if they're just really close to your body, but even if it's not exact hands on you, it's energy transference from them to you. What if that Reiki person has a lot of negativity or sadness in them? You're going to take that on, trust me. But studying Reiki, when you look at the ancient mystical way of like the Buddhists do it, you are envisioning a pattern in your head, a beautiful divine pattern that you remember every line of it, like the Buddhists do, every color. And that is what stills your mind. It is to still your mind. It is for meditation. That way, when you set an intention for someone, you know that the divine is with them, not you're with them, not you transferring your energy, but pure divine energy. That is how you become a conduit of the divine, not by touching someone, not by your energy transference to another, however, by that beautiful light transmitting to them. That's what we visualize. From the divine light, beautiful light transmitting to them. We're going to add some visualizations for you to be able to visualize and see someone cleared with a beautiful pool of samadhi and the beautiful golden ballroom in this app, so you can pray for yourself and for others without an energy transference. You'll love it. So no, you don't need to be next to the person. They don't need to know you're even praying for them. You don't even have to have their photograph. You just get out of the way and know that it's not you praying. It's your love and intention to be used as a conduit for the divine, which is the same divine that's in me, that's in you and everyone else. It's just that many people's divine is blocked. Their diamond is coded so they can't feel it. A lot of people's intuition isn't intuition. It's just, which way will I go? I don't know. Whereas intuition, when you have a clear diamond, you are directed in a very quiet way, always the right divine way. What divine action will be taken? I don't want to should on you. What divine action can be taken? It has to be taken for it to be correct. And that way you know your karma is being burnt away, which is wonderful. Because there's no such thing as good karma. Only bad karma. There's not actually any good or bad. It's just interesting. If you know me, you know I've talked a lot about karma before, but people still don't seem to really get it. I didn't get it until I was awake. I was like, people are saying they've got good karma, but that can't be true because what karma is it is all of those past life experiences from this life and past lives that are coding your soul, your diamond. And the more you pray and meditate and have people pray for you that you know how to pray or get light transmitted to you or listen to this prayer app, that is burning away all the rubbish and old negative experiences that have been coding your soul, your diamond. So that's why there is no such thing. Karma just is, and we want to burn it all away. You just want to burn it away. Because the karma, as I said, it's all those experiences that have been sitting on your diamond lifetime after lifetime, and that must be burnt away. You don't want to be, oh, the hurt there, that must be good karma. No, it's not. It's crappy karma. You just want to burn all that karma away. So if you want to look at it in a different way, good karma means less karma. Simple as that. That is why I do visualizations, and we've got the golden ballroom and different visualizations I've mentioned with the waterfall on this app. You'll love it. And I do these because as I am transmitting light to you, as I am being used by the divine as a conduit, it works so fast for you.